astrologer Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here is your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, September 18th to Monday, September 25th, 2017. Now, what is going on this week, Virgo, is that we have Venus finishing up right here in your 12th house of like your insides and your internal stuff here, making a trine over to Uranus, okay, in your 8th house of changes. All right, I'm gonna write insides here. So what that means to me is that you're trying to get right with how you feel inside about yourself and your life, about your spirituality, trying to feel more comfortable in life, trying to reset the scores of what is going on for you so that you can have a life that you just like better and that resonates more with you. I think that is what is happening here, and you have some unexpected changes, endings and beginnings happening to unexpected financial investments in some way, unexpected partnerships. This also rules deaths and births as well coming up, that you're gonna have to figure out how to integrate all of this like into yourself, into how you feel on the inside, so that you can feel more comfortable with some of these really big changes that you're making in life that are really, really scary in a lot of ways, because the 8th house can bring up some big, scary feelings, all right? I think that is what is going on for you. I don't think this is new, because we did have the eclipse here at the same spot that Venus is gonna be this week. We had a whole bunch of other planets, Mercury and Mars, move past this spot. So I think we've been dealing with this for a while, but this week is going to be the last of it, because Venus is the last planet to go through this spot and to make this crazy trine to Uranus, bringing up all these unexpected endings and beginnings and changes that you're making in your life. Okay, after all of this unexpected stuff comes up, I think the goal and the message really is to figure out how to integrate it into your identity, okay, and in who you are and what you want, and to help it make sense of just everything about you. Because after this happens, Venus is going to slip into Virgo, which rules your 1st house, to really make you focus on yourself. Now that all these changes have happened that have made you uncomfortable, perhaps you got to figure out how to integrate it and move forward with that, okay? So that's going to be a big thing. I think it's going to lead to some big new identity here with the new moon happening at the very last degrees of your 1st house, coming in here, you wanting to be a new person, express yourself in new ways, perhaps do things that are very important to you differently, something along those lines as you move forward that you're really trying to do here. I don't know if it'll be easy or the most comfortable, because this new moon is going to be exactly opposite Chiron here in your 7th house of partnerships and other people. So while you're really trying to do something that you want, or maybe do something for you that feels better, that organizes your life better, you're feeling uncomfortable about your relationships, about how other people are going to relate to you, whether or not they're going to understand what is going on inside you and what has been going on inside you and what is going to happen to you, really having to overcome some fears about other people and to break through some of that stuff so you can let this new identity and be this new person that you want to be, let that in. Okay, I think that's going to happen. There could also be some confusion as well about you, about what's happening with you, because we do have Mercury and Mars here conjunct in your 1st house, bringing lots of action about your identity, lots of communication as well about what's going on, and it's going to be also opposing Neptune in your 7th too, bringing up some confusion about relationships and about how other people can help you do what you want to do and move forward and act on some things that are coming to you that are really important and core just to who you are in a lot of different ways. And I think you're going to have to either sit with the confusion and break through it in some ways, or figure out how to find clarity so that you can do these things that you really want when it comes to other people and find the balance there. Okay, so that's a lot of what I see going on there. I think there could be some very strong and very intense thoughts and communication that comes up. This for you is going to have a lot to do with something that makes you happy, because we do have Pluto here in a trine with Mercury in your 1st house, and Pluto is over here going to be in your 5th house of happiness. All right, your 5th house of happiness also rules kids in some way, also rules romantic relationships, not necessarily committed relationships, but just people that you're dating as well, and passion projects and that kind of thing. And I think there's a lot of communication about something that makes you happy in some way, about a child, about a romantic relationship that is going on there that perhaps you're trying to make sense of. I say strong communication because it can go either way. It can be very good, feeling like this is what I've been waiting for and it's happened, or it can be very scary, where you're not sure what is going on, where things are very heavy and very deep, having to figure out your wants and desires, because that's what Pluto brings up, and some of your fears as well regarding what makes you happy and how that relates to you. So I think that is going to come up, but I think shortly after a lot of this news happens about this happy thing that relates to you, you're going to end up committing to it in some way, okay? Because we do have Mercury shortly after going to form a square with Saturn in your 4th house of home and family, and you're going to have to commit to taking this news about a happy thing, a romantic relationship, a child, and to building some stability off of it in a way that is very, very important to you, that really resonates with you in some way. Okay, so that is what is coming up for you this week. While this is happening, we also have Jupiter here in your 2nd house of your money and of your confidence, and of your gifts and talents, opposing Uranus here in your 8th house of changes. So I think you want to build more stability into your life. You want to have the money and the gifts and talents and the skills that you need, perhaps to support a lot of other things going on. But I think you're worried that maybe you won't have it because there are some changes you got to make. There are lots of financial investments you got to make, money you got to fork over. That you feel like is stopping you from building the stability, from using the gifts and talents that you have, and feeling confident, especially with so many intense changes unexpectedly happening in life. And I think you got to find the balance here. You got to figure out how to have stability in your life while making all of these changes that are going on here, and to be okay with a lot of that stuff that is happening, and find kind of the middle ground and break through some confusion and some uncertain feelings. Okay, now your card for the week is the 6 of Cups reversed. Okay, this card is to me actually a card of nostalgia, of childhood, of happiness in a lot of ways. And I feel like there's something, maybe you're too stuck in the past, holding on to the life you used to have, a person you used to be. And it's like, you gotta get over that. You gotta get over that. Maybe you think that the past was better than it really was, especially with a new moon in your 1st house and you finishing out a lot of stuff in your 12th house. You need to realize the life you have is gonna be good. It's gonna be better. You're gonna make new memories, okay? Doing new things that you like, that you're gonna look back on 50 years from now and think, man, that was a really great time in my life that I really, really loved. And if you keep sticking in the past, wishing that your life was the way it was 10 years ago or whatever, you're gonna miss making all these beautiful memories now that you're gonna look back on later, okay? So that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.